Recording. All right, welcome, YouTube VODers. I forgot to record. All right, here we are. Okay, we're back. Let's just get into it. Okay, here's the first thing I saw. People are thinking that this is a different model of Sonic, or they extended the quills of Sonic because they look longer here. And I'll admit, they do look longer. But I don't know whether that's... I think that might just be an FOV thing. I'm not sure. We'll have to see in the gameplay.
IGN First continues on with yet another look at Sonic Frontiers.
It's still the exact same model and animations.
Sonic is
Other
up
than
against
that,
an all
if
new
that's
set
the
of
case.
baddies, some of which are among the most massive bosses we've
It's a
ever
pretty
seen
close
in a
FOV.
Sonic game.
It could just very
Fortunately,
easily
Sonic's
be.
got some new tricks up his sleeve.
That's still
Make
the
sure
old
to stick with IGN all throughout June because we've
gameplay.
got a full hands-on preview and interviews from the developers in store. For now,
All
though,
right.
enjoy the combat.
There's a clip on Twitter that perfectly explains it. Yeah, I did see that, and I'm thinking that's exactly what this is, but
Sonic
we'll see it
Frontiers.
during the gameplay to see whether or not he's got longer spines. Because this doesn't... I don't know. No, that's still short spines. That's still the short spines. So... This was probably filmed on the same... What? There's just a spring hovering in midair. Right there. You could see it. Right here. There's so much shit just hovering in midair that they need to fix that shit. The poppin' is the most egregious thing I've seen. Like Sonic glitching out on the ground, sure. You know what? It happens. Sonic games are glitchy. I would rather have a fun glitchy game than a half-baked Forces style game. But the fact that everything pops in just takes me completely out of it. It's the same as in like Legends Arceus or Sword and Shield. Or if shit's gonna start popping in, that's when I know the game is just half-baked. All right, let's see. So he's gonna fight this guy over here. Only attacks it from the ground, as we were talking about before. It does a few kicks. Got fucking face planted, okay. Punches it again. Lands on the wall, that was pretty cool. I'm sorry, what the fuck just happened there? I thought the stuff was maybe out of order in the first trailer, the sneak peek we saw, but what is this? Let me go through this. I want to go through this frame by frame. He just teleports? He's standing midair! What? This is the thing that Sam tweeted! Oh, yeah, baby! What is that? And then you see fucking everything pop in the background over there. I don't know what the hell that's all about. And then he starts doing his dash. Okay, see? That's not fluid at all. That just looks horrible. Is that it? He did it again. He did it again. He just fucking dashes back in a quarter of a second. Ha! Whoops. I muted that somehow. It's just... That's frame 1. That's frame 2. Like, what the fuck? What is even going on? Okay. That animation still looks scuffed as hell. But at least he does a semi-cool little flip at the end. But I don't know whether or not that's even, like, animating or whether or not it's... I'll have to watch that in slow motion. Let's watch that in slow motion. Okay, he does do a little animation, but that's only to... He's still just like a stiff animation twirling in midair. It still doesn't look good. But from what I've seen, this enemy is literally just a big version of the electric Badnik. You know, the one that has the zapping? It goes bzzz, and then it's like available to hit for a while, and then it's bzzz, and then you can hit it. But like, it's just that, but now it's large and takes lots of hits. So that's not really very interesting combat so far. Let's see if they've got something better to take a look at. Thanks, Vixian, SMH, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Let me change the alert box, put it over to the top right of the screen instead of the left. Take a look. Alright, so we dropped some stuff. That probably goes into some sort of XP gauge or something. There's another one that's exactly the same. He gets hit because he hit it when it was electrocuted. Does it have any other moves? Now it's going to attack because you can tell. So it's literally just stop attacking it because it... Oh? Maybe that's what the bar was for. Okay. It's got a couple of moves, but... Okay. There's this guy that has a shield. Got his chicken legs. And then you just got to run around them again. So far, combat seems kind of uninteresting if this is all that it boils down to. Perfectly hit that circle. I don't know, it seems like it takes a really long time to kill enemies. And it just... I mean, I know this is IGN playing, but they don't seem to be doing all that much bad. It just seems like it's going to take a really long time. Like, I would understand if you flipped it around and then attacked it and then it died. But it takes like 3 times for him to do the swirly move for him to actually kill it. What happened? What's going on with the camera? Okay, yeah, we get it. You can't hit... Can't even hit that with your special moves. I get it. You know this. Do the spin move. Okay, he's doing his combo. He does the special move. Does that kill it? No. Doesn't kill it. It's the thing that knocks it into the air, and even that doesn't hurt it, okay? I don't know, man. This just seems kind of boring. I know he's not really all that great. You could have done that the first time. But I'm assuming that's what the... That didn't even kill it. Holy shit. What the fuck is wrong with this? Okay, then he gets the coins, and it takes ages for them to drop. Oh, that hurt my soul. Oh, no. He gets a speed boost, and immediately fucking slows down. There's no momentum whatsoever, and this is there. He just slows down. He doesn't even keep the speed from the speed booster. Oh my god. They don't even look like Sonic enemies? Well, I don't expect them to, because it's like a new force in another dimension or something coming through or something from what we've seen. Okay, these are little enemies. They're trying to hit Sonic. You can tell which one is going to attack you because they've got the little line. You can hit them in the air, same as the other ones. Do little combos. You can do a dodge roll. Okay. I will say, I don't like the sound of the punches, the kicks, or the homing attack. It's like a... I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. It sounds really... It sounds too heavy. Okay. Can you hit multiple enemies at once to speed things up? Well, you could use the homing attack. Okay. I will say, the game looks a lot better right here. But that's probably because I can't see all the things in the distance. Like, this looks more natural to me. Like, that could be a slope you could run up and do a spin dash down, but there will be no spinning and there will be no dashing, so... That didn't look right. A bird just flew right fucking through it. I knew it. I knew they would fly right through it without collision. I fucking knew it. Can you... Did someone just chuckle that he hit the wall? He sure did. Yeah, there's no... Yeah, okay, so I was correct in saying that. Okay. Let me guess, you hit one, and then you get booted off, and then you have to hit the next one. Is that correct? Yep. It's the Sly 2 elephant all over again. Also, thanks, Automoni-chan, for resubscribing. Hello, video man. Hello, Automoni-chan. Then he slaps it down with the exact same move, and then you just go up with the exact same... Okay, so what I'm seeing... Oh, maybe there's another way to beat it. Does it tip him over? Oh, okay. But that's for something else. It doesn't actually kill it. Okay, but you gotta do it for each leg, and then you go... Okay. They almost feel like organic beings, and that's, I think, what they wanted. It doesn't look normal, man. It doesn't look natural. That doesn't look natural. It's gotta be the one highlight of this game. Just like, oh! He just gets fucking catapulted back. Okay, so it gets a little harder each time you do it. With these little force fields. And that's it. That's all we get. Alright. Check the part where he fights the dude in the air. Sonic has no falling animation after an attack. He ran up the leg with no boosters. It did look like that. I thought he might have just hit it and it didn't go off properly. Hang on. He does go through the booster, but it doesn't affect him. Hang on. I'll get Charlo in here in a second, just so he can tell me what he's looking. I think he might have pressed the boost button. I think what might have happened there is that he went through it. The game didn't register him going through it. As you can see, it didn't register. And then he pressed the boost button. Yeah, that's what happened. So he did go through the booster, and the booster didn't boost him. So that's a glitch right there, or a bug, or something they need to iron out, because that's clearly not correct. And that's not meant to happen. I'm just gonna give... Oh no, Charlotte's playing VR chat. Alright, I might not do that then. I'll try find the... I'll try find the segment where he's fighting the guy in the air and has no fall animation. Well, that's a falling animation. That sounds horrible. Alright. I'm sorry if the gameplay was too loud for... It doesn't look very good. The animations are all very stilted, in my opinion. They don't flow from one animation to the next. It's more like they just... pop. They just kind of clip into one animation to the next, and it doesn't look very good. And that includes jumping, where Sonic is just suddenly in a spinball. Or, I mean, that can work, but it has to be snappy. But the rest of Sonic is just... Sonic doesn't look where he's turning, so it feels very indie gamey. Like, this, he just doesn't, like, lean to where he's turning to. Somebody just made a Generations mod where that happens. I don't know. It's Sonic finding the three dudes after the booster that gives no momentum. Okay. I'll take a look at that. No falling animation. Okay, so when he's fighting these dudes, he's got no falling animation. I'll have a check. Okay. Oh, he doesn't just clip into a ball. Oh, you're right. He doesn't have a falling animation. So that was my mistake. He does have a thing. It just... I don't like the jump ball in this game. The Forces one looked like crap, and it looks like crap here, too. But at least he, like, actually... Maybe it's only when he's standing still. I don't know. Yeah, just kill it. Yeah, he's standing... He punches again in midair, and then they don't know what to do with him, so he's just standing still. And falls to the ground like that. Which is... I think somebody pointed out that Sonic has a battle pose, and he moves into it when he's about to fight. But look at that. There's no squash, there's no stretch, there's no anticipation, there's no bounce back. Look at this. And then stops all moving. He just stops. It's point-to-point animation almost, is what it looks like. So, if I'm running up, and then I stop, I go, woo, and then I go, huh. You know, there's a, huh. It's not, huh. And then completely still. That's what's happening here, and that's why the Forces animations were so janky in the original Forces game. And it's happening here too. The trick system in this is from Generations? No, it's not. The trick animations in this game look like ass. Generations were very fluid and they felt good to perform. These ones look like Sonic's having a small electrical shock happen to him each time he does a trick. Can't tell if Sega is just cheap or the animators are genuinely incompetent. I don't think the animators are incompetent at all. I think Sega's rushing this. Sega's rushing the shit out of this. I can guarantee it. They rush every single game. There's not a Sonic game they haven't rushed. Can you name one Sonic game that they haven't rushed in some way? I don't think you can. Not even the originals. Sonic 2 came out a year after Sonic 1. Sonic 3 came out a year after Sonic 2. In fact, Sonic 3 was so rushed that they couldn't get it all on the same cartridge. They had to literally release it and then release the next half of the game later on. Sega's been like this from day one. And this is a rushed game. It's very clear that this is a rushed, buggy game. And that's really upsetting because Sega, every time we get a bad game, they say, we're going to focus on making the best. We're sorry we betrayed you guys. And then they do the exact same shit again. Every single time. And I keep telling people, they're not going to fucking change. No companies change. No companies ever change. Has EA changed their stick? Has Ubisoft changed their stick? Blizzard won't. Sega's exactly the same. They just want your money, and if releasing a rushed, buggy game is the way to do it, they'll do it. The only way you can vote is with your wallet, because otherwise they just don't give a shit. Shadow the Hedgehog surprisingly wasn't rushed. Just ended up bad because Sonic Team had no idea what to... So Shadow the Hedgehog had a bad flaw from the beginning. It was flawed from the beginning because they took Shadow with a gun, and that was their... They wanted Sonic with a gun, a game with Sonic with a gun, and that was their idea, and that's why that game turned out the way it did. And I can actually tell that Shadow the Hedgehog wasn't as rushed as Sonic Heroes because it doesn't bug out as much. There are barely any glitches compared to Sonic Heroes. But even then, I still feel like the game was rushed. Just the way they do certain things in that game, I can feel like some of it was rushed. Also, know that Sonic's punching kicks don't have any weight to it. Damage it really does. It would have benefited from squash and stretch similar to the Werehog, but not an extreme extent, of course. No, you're right. Yeah. I don't even know if Sonic's hands grow bigger when he punches. Maybe they do. Like just slightly to give it that bit of like in Smash Bros. Sonic's hands and feet grow larger when he kicks or punches. Let's take a look. Kind of hard to see. No, they don't. They just stay the exact same size. Or if they are growing, you can barely fucking tell. Then he stands in midair, then he does another punch. Then he falls standing. I mean, there's more moves in it than I thought there would be, which is cool. But the fact that all the moves do the same thing, and there's a lot of moves that just kind of throw Sonic back 100 meters so he can dash in again, does not feel fluid. Sorry, I'll turn off the sound. I think part of the problem is that they're hiding the UI. I don't think that's part of the problem. I think your gameplay should look fun no matter what you're doing. Look at that. It just doesn't look natural for Sonic to be running one way and then suddenly he just turns. There's no... You know, like in other AAA games, if you'll run and then you'll suddenly move to the left, your character will go whoa! And they'll... Even in Shrek 2, for PS2, they do this. Where if you turn from one direction and turn suddenly around, the character will do a whoa, and they'll do another animation. They'll turn around in that animation. Sonic doesn't do that. He just clips into the next running animation. He just turns. And it doesn't look natural. It doesn't look right. And the sad thing is that Generation still looks high quality. Unleashed still looks high quality. And the fact that we still haven't had a game with I don't know, like that feels AAA from Sega since Unleashed. It's just upsetting, man. It just doesn't feel like they're trying. It feels like they were like, okay, let's make Sonic Breath of the Wild. All right, here we go. Breath of the Wild world. Fill it full of fucking, things in the air. And it's gonna pop in everywhere. It doesn't look good. It's probably gonna be fun to play. Maybe apart from the combat. I was gonna say this before. The combat looks very repetitive. And that's worrisome because why the fuck would you want to do combat if, in order to kill this guy, you have to spin him around 4 times and it takes like a good 30 seconds to kill a single enemy? It's not what Sonic's about. And sure, you could make him about combat, but the last time they did that, it was with the Werehog, and they clearly didn't know what they were really doing there because it wasn't very fun, was it? I just feel like combat's going to be repetitive, and if the world is interesting to move around and have fun, that'll be great. It just needs to be shit to do in it. Like, there's no loops, there's no corkscrews, there's no ramps. Well, there are ramps, but it's not like you can gain momentum going down them, as we've seen. It's just worrisome that there's this big open world, and Sonic who can run on walls and do this cool stuff, but there's nothing to warrant that. You could probably put Sonic from Forces in this world, and he would still have the same kind of, the same kind of play style. Because the grind rails are all automatic. A lot of the areas are all automatic, with boosters and springs and homing attack chains and stuff like that, and very, very simple platforming. I haven't seen anything so far that warrants Sonic running on walls. I haven't seen anything that warrants the trick system. I haven't seen anything that warrants him actually having a battle system either. You could literally have this system be the exact same if you just had the spin to go around the enemies to knock them in the air and the homing attack. I haven't seen any reason for Sonic to punch or kick. You could go up the huge enemies like this, simply with a moveset of running. You go up, you homing attack the thing at the top, it breaks, it's a lot faster. Sonic falls to the ground, he does it again, but it's a bit harder. Whoops, I just went back. Same with the other enemy down below. These ones. Literally, a homing attack could kill them in one hit. Would be a lot faster. You could use it with momentum. Or a slide. You could slide into them. I don't even know if you can slide in this game. This guy especially, just do the circle around him, and then you homing attack him, and he's dead. And you move on. You go to the next area. You go to the next thing. This just all seems like extra flourish, which doesn't belong in the game. There's no reason why it needs to belong in the game. I don't think it'll make the game more fun. I think it'll make it more tedious. And that's just me really... That's not me being pessimistic. That's me looking at it realistically. That's what I'm worried about. Just from even finding this one enemy here, it looks tedious. It looks a bit boring. It just doesn't seem like it needs to be there. Like, this guy throws his big axe wheel, and Sonic can get in close, but he always protects himself once Sonic walks up to him. So what you do is you end up, the best way to fight him is either to stay away from him, in which case you're not really doing anything, or just running around him 3 times to get the thing off of him and then attacking him 3 times. And that's just not, it doesn't look very fun. Because the homing attack feels like I'm hitting something. Nearly every other attack in this game doesn't actually connect. I mean, I don't like the homing attack the way it looks in this game. I think it could really benefit from the ball becoming not a sphere. What's it called when you have a squashed sphere? Giving it a bit of squash and stretch, making it look like it's going football instead of just looking like a sphere that's hovering in the air going towards the enemy like in Forces. They really need to figure out why people like the idea of Sonic going fast and doing things quickly. And that's why I want a fluid Sonic game, not a fast Sonic game, a fluid Sonic game. One where the animations and the movement take priority over going fast and looking and looking fast. I want good looking animations and a fluid gameplay which is fast and fun to use, as opposed to for example, if I would have changed some things about this, uh, first of all, I'd probably get rid of the boost because that it doesn't really make much sense. I'd get rid of the combat system because that doesn't make much sense, and I would give combat a Sonic a set of abilities which make sense to have combat with, rather than a specific button for combat, like punches and kicks. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's all automated. I'm not controlling Sonic in this moment. He's just doing that by himself because I pressed a button. It should be about being able to accurately and precisely attacking your opponent. Like, for example, he's got a big button up there above. Kind of. It looks like he's got a big button up above. What if you jumped and stomped into that button? It could be a way to instantly kill it, and it would reward players who could accurately control Sonic into hitting it. Maybe. I don't know. Sonic could have a bounce, which allows him, maybe if he bounced off a high surface, he could bounce higher, therefore allowing him access to different areas. Or Sonic could maybe have like the thing to go around enemies is a good start, but it's not. There's no real that's kind of like a blue tornado there. See, that's kind of cool, but the fact that the fact that the whole enemy gets pushed into the air instead of that could be a much faster way to do that thing on the ground. But like a blue tornado, just a quick. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll go through and talk to you guys about my ideal Sonic game, and combat isn't really a big thing in Sonic, and it never has been, and now they're really pushing hard onto it with this really repetitive kind of. I don't know. I'm repeating myself at this point. I just wanted to. Music doesn't fit either. Sonic was never about calm piano music. I'll agree. The music's good, but it doesn't suit Sonic. What's the music like in this, anyway? Yeah, it's still this piano, twinkling, beautiful music that I'd expect to hear in, Final Fantasy 13 or something. I'm not saying add a Werehog battle music into it, but I just don't think Sonic suits this kind of, especially the gameplay doesn't suit this kind of music or environment. You're boosting and you're attacking enemies is the main gist from it, and you're grinding. It's all very high energy, fast, gotta go fast, and all the music's just, I don't know. There's probably other stuff they're not showing us. If there isn't, my god, holy shit. But remember the last time I said that, maybe Lost Valley with the pyramid, the co-op level with you, and not the co-op level, but the double level with you and the custom character in Sonic Forces. Maybe that starts off halfway through the level, and that's why we only get 20 seconds or 10 seconds of the first track before it goes into the next one, into the double boost segment. And I was wrong. No, that was the whole level. So I am a half expecting. In fact, I'm mostly expecting the whole game to be in this area. And that's the game. You are in this area, and everything looks like this area. And that's what I'm expecting. And there are extra bits to get to other areas of the island, but that's kind of it. Just want a Sonic game that's fun. It'll be a hack and slash for all I care, as long as it's actually enjoyable to play. Problem is, I don't think this is a hack and slash that's enjoyable to play. And I get what you mean. But as a fighting game, as a combat game, the combat doesn't look fun. Running around, there's no momentum, and there's no style, and there's no grace to it. So that doesn't look fun. As a platformer, the grinding rails are all automatic. The platforming segments seem simple, and they pop in everywhere. So they don't look fun either. You're putting 3 completely poorly designed things into one game and expecting it to just work, and it doesn't. At least Sonic's huge kick attack had Sonic's leg stretch. Yeah, but what are you... The basic... the basic gameplay is completely flawed. But at least Sonic's leg stretches when he does a kick. This would have been the perfect game to have multiple playable characters as well, but when they can't even get one playable character looking or feeling right, then there's a huge problem there. There's a huge disconnect between Sega and what's fun. They don't want to put in the effort to make momentum. They don't want to put in, like, the grind rail thing that we saw with SA2. Even Heroes has momentum on fucking grind rails. Like, if Heroes can do it. And Heroes was the most rushed fucking buggy Sonic game there is. And I still think it's more fun. Like, control needs to come back to Sonic. Most of what I've seen is automated. This is automated. You press a button and Sonic starts kicking. He throws things through the air. The only thing that isn't automated is this, when you go around enemies to shoot them into the air. But mostly everything else, this is automated. You don't do the dashes through the air to hit the enemy. It's all automatic. You don't have to do anything with grinding. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't look like... It looks like Forces 2.0. We're mostly... See, where the fuck did... Sonic just teleports around, and it just doesn't look right. I'm not impressed. And that's not me being pessimistic. That's me being realistic, man. Will I buy it? Will I play it? Will I enjoy it? Maybe. Maybe there's parts of the game which are genuinely fun, and I think the most enjoyable parts of the game will be if they have actual levels. A Sonic that is more easily controllable is something we've been wanting for years, because the boost formula, he's been so tanky, he's been so stiff. And this looks like he's less stiff. And that's why we like the fan game so much, because you can actually control Sonic. But I feel like the small parts which might be good about the game will be marred by all the parts which aren't going to be good about the game. And the fact is that I don't trust them, because apparently in the leaks they said there would be level-style levels in it, like little dimensional pockets where you go into, kind of like Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, and you go into them. But the fact is, these are the people that made the Sonic Forces levels. I don't think they're going to be very fun. Sure, you can run on walls, but will they utilize it? Will they make it, will they have two sections of walls where you jump between in order to get across, and there's like hazards in between? Or will it be Forces style levels where, you can run on this wall, but it doesn't really do anything? I feel like there's a lot of potential, but there's not going to be any execution. And that's what I'm worried about. The open world stuff, it just looks generic. It doesn't actually look exciting. Yeah, if this came out like 10 years ago, we'd be all excited. But it looks all very generic at this point. We've seen it all before. And it doesn't look very Sonic-y. It's like they've taken everything that's Sonic-like and just thrown it out the window and replaced it with Breath of the Wild stuff, which is not what we were looking for. You know the add-on in Gmod that makes Mario playable? Like the Mario 64 Mario? It's a good equivalent. I feel. What are your thoughts on LeChonk? He's pretty chunky. I think he's pretty neat. I really hope we don't get Forces style minute-and-a-half long levels. I highly doubt they're even going to be minute-and-a-half long. The focus is going to be on the overworld, not the levels. If they were going to make levels that were very fun to play and make a lot of them, then how did Forces turn out so bad? It had 30 all distinct levels, 6 different zones, half of which had already been used before. And all the level design was shit. And that was it. I'm like staring at it, trying to figure out if it's fake or not, and I just can't. I made it too well executed. Oh, thank you, Tahu, for the $34. They randomly gave Sonic the ability to do the double and triple boost in Forces, and now they've decided to add teleporting and flying to that list. Is this truly Sonic Forces 2? It truly, truly is. I really think it is. Thank you so much, Tahu. And thank you for giving me a heart attack. Oh, and thanks, Name Memori. In my opinion, Sonic Team need to be completely disbanded and rebuilt with different people. They've had so many flops that I think there really needs to be some restructuring there. I know hiring fans seems like the stupid thing to say, but I've seen fan content which is just better than this. And that's one person doing it out of their own free time with no money. I think they need to hire fans who have experience, not fans, but I won't say fans. I'll say game developers, people who can develop games that have experience with momentum-based. Doesn't even need to be momentum-based. Just like I'm not saying I need rolling in every Sonic game. I'm not saying I need Sonic to have a crazy shitload of momentum in every Sonic game. I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for a Sonic game which is fun and very fluid and playable. And we need gameplay developers that specialize in that focus in that. And there's lots of indie game developers, and there's lots of Sonic fan game developers. Just happens to overlap that can do that and make it fun. I've seen, the Project Hero. That already has a lot of potential to be something amazing. And if Sega had just decided to use that template for this, I dare say we could be looking at a very interesting, fun game. Problem is, Sega's filled with people with these strange ideas, and they don't think loops and corkscrews and things in the level here would make a lot of sense because, it's realistic. But here's the thing. It's a fucking Sonic game. It doesn't need to be realistic. What we want as Sonic fans is you to take the 2D levels and put them in a 3D world. Heroes did it the best. But even then, I will admit Heroes levels are kind of flat sometimes. A lot of time, there's just kind of straight lines, and they just go areas. But even the combat in Sonic Heroes was more fluid than this. You swap to Knuckles, and if you're good at the game, you can quickly dispatch enemies. It doesn't look like there's an option to quickly dispatch enemies here. It looks like you have to go around them 3 times and then hit them on the fucking body. Spark the Electric Jester 3 trailer dropped the same day as the first IGN video. Why don't we look at that? We'll look at Spark the Electric Jester, eh? Hang on, give me a second. I'm just going to turn off that for a second. I'm going to find it. Spark the I'm not saying, I've seen Spark the Electric Jester, and it's a very fast-paced game, but I don't know if I would call it what I want to see in Sonic. Let's take a look at this. I just want to skip to the gameplay, thank you. Music, I suppose. Hope I don't get copyright struck. Alright, so this is... Oh, is this focusing on combat? Okay. Well, this is all automatic grinding. This is a momentum-based grinding. This is modern Sonic. That's pretty cool. But it's extremely fast, and that leads to levels being very simple, like this. This is very, very simple. Oh. Kind of put my thoughts into a visual there. Yeah. There are some little bits here, like that wall running bit, and being able to jump on walls and shit. That was neat. I like the look of that, but, I mean, this is obviously not a Sonic game. This is the Spark the Electric Jester game.
IGN first continues on.
Yeah. But I do admit, looking at that compared to this, I'm looking for a Sonic game with its own identity. Man. Sega just looks at what games are popular and tries to copy it with little to no effort and shoves Sonic into it. That's accurate for quite a few Sonic games, to be honest. This one, Unleashed. Generations copied classic Sonic. They're still copying themselves. I don't know. I just wish one day we could get a Sonic game, where we just get to look at the trailer and say, that looks really fun. I can't find many flaws with this. It looks like it's really polished. When's the last time? The last time I said that about a Sonic game, where I was really excited and I looked at the trailer and all I could see was good things, was Sonic Unleashed. How old was I? When was it released? In like 2008? 2009? I'm 25 now and it's 2022, so I was a young kid. I couldn't see any problems with it because I was excited. I was excited for the Werehog because the music that went along with the trailer made me so hyped. But as an adult, I can see, you know, I can see flaws. I've been burned one too many times by Sega, and this is just another set of burns from the hot iron that Sega's been troweling around, just slapping it on their fans, just being like, what, you want a good game? Psst! Oh, God, Daddy Sega, don't do it again. Oh, don't worry, we won't do it again. Trust us, next time we won't do it. And then 4 years later, tss, oh, God, Sega, you said you wouldn't do it. I know, but next time we won't do it. We won't rush the game next time. We'll make a great game next time. We promise. We really focused on making a good Sonic game. Tss. Sonic's future sure is looking scary by the minute, huh? Sonic's future and Pokemon's future will never be in dire need of any change because why would they? They've gotten away with lying for so long. They've gotten away with doing what they're doing for so long. There's no need to change it. They'll be successful just because people will defend it no matter what. There are so many people out there defending this game, saying, no, it's not the final product. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to critique it. You're not allowed to critique this because you haven't played it yet. Because it's not the final product. Because it still has a couple months left to go. I'm telling you, every single time I've critiqued the game, nothing has changed between the trailer and release. They are showing off this gameplay. They're showing off the combat gameplay and the other gameplay because it's ready to be shown. In their eyes, this is finished. This is quality enough to the point where it would put faith in their consumer to buy the product. If somebody showed you a vacuum cleaner that was a work in progress build and barely fucking sucked up anything, you wouldn't fucking buy it because it looked broken. Even if in 3 months they had fixed it and it looked great, nobody would buy it because it didn't suck anything. It's the same shit with this and they know it. This game is finished. There will be a few things they fix, but the majority of the time at the moment is just for polish and for actually releasing the game, pressing it onto CDs. And I can guarantee you, there's going to be a huge day one patch for all the shit they had to crunch in at the last minute that they couldn't put on the discs. And I'll tell you this, I am not downloading the day one patch. I will be playing it as I bought it. Because that's what I do. What if the day one patch was 2/3 of the game? Spyro, the remaster of Spyro was going to do that. Then we're going to have 2/3 of the game downloadable. What if Sonic did that too? Would that be fair? When the servers go offline, is that still fair? What happens in 20 years when I want to pick up Sonic Colors Ultimate and I can't download the update because the servers are down? I gotta play a broken, buggy mess. Not that it's still not a broken, buggy mess. This is what I hate about modern gaming. I played Koromon yesterday, and that shit was more polished than any AAA game I've played in the last 5 years. And that had a bee that went inside a house that I couldn't find for 20 minutes. I'm just sick of it, man. I'm just sick of it. I'm so sick of having to come out here on a stream and look, I'm sick that I can't just be excited for a fucking game. And people are saying, you can be excited for a game. This isn't the final product. It's going to be great when it releases. It's all going to be suddenly changed. It's not how game companies work, man. It's not how they work. They wouldn't show it off unless it's ready to be shown off. When companies show off alphas and betas, that's because you're allowed to buy into the alpha and the beta so they can get extra money from you. And they want to release an unfinished game. Nowadays, they're just releasing unfinished games that are probably still in beta saying they're done. We'll patch it later. Here's an indie game to be excited about. Anton Blast, a spiritual successor to Wario Land.
For the last 2 years, you've been playing with your balls. But now, it's time to blast!
Well, this looks very polished, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for in a Sonic game. Anybody else got any, like, games coming out that they want to show off? I fear the fact that Origins might outshine fucking Frontiers. Origins is just 4 old games. I don't think it's outshining anything. But I can bet there's going to be people out there saying, Origins is way better than Frontiers. It's like, no fucking shit it is. It's 4 games when Sega knew what they were fucking doing. Anything? Any 3D platformers that I haven't heard about yet? Anybody got a Klonoa collection? Yeah, but that's just a remaster of... I'll be honest. I don't know if Klonoa, like... I don't know if Klonoa, like, really looks all that great, to be honest. Who's it being made by? Bandai Namco. This is the right trailer, right? I mean... I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. I don't think it looks that really impressive, to be honest. It looks like a very cheap remaster. And I'm sorry, but that's just what it looks like to me. It looks very cheap. And that's just the way it looks. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there's people excited for it, and I'm glad for them, but I won't be buying this. I played the original Klonoa, and I think it's got a certain charm to it that this just doesn't have. There's a very specific charm to Klonoa, the original, and it just ain't got it. Just ain't got it. Among Us VR, Project Rascal. I have heard of Project Rascal, but that Project Rascal also looked kind of... I'll be honest, Project Rascal kind of looked like... kind of looked automated. Pay attention, Sega. This is how you make a truly great 3D Sonic game. I don't think I'm going to be watching... You know what? Let's watch that one by Alpha Beta Gamer. Hi, Mr. Alpha Beta Gamer. Show us the gameplay. There was just some sections I saw on Twitter of this game that looked really, really automated. It was mainly like those docks over there, I think. Very fast. I mean, it's fast and it's fluid, but it's not... I mean, obviously this is an indie developer, so they're doing well with what they have. It's very clearly based on Sonic, but... I'm not really... There's a lot of just running in a straight line, not really doing anything. Hanging on to a rail or something. I'm not really shitting my pants over it, really. Yeah, it's just running from one place, jumping onto a thing, and then there's no enemies. I mean, I'm assuming it's a work in progress. And it's impressive for what it is. I'm not shitting my pants, so I'm not saying, yeah, this is the next Sonic. This is how you make a Sonic game. This isn't what I want from Sonic either. It looks kind of empty. That's all I'm saying. And that's not, I'm not trying to shit on any developers or anything. I'm sure it's fun. It's just, it's not pay attention, Sega, this is how you make a truly great 3D Sonic game level kind of stuff. It's not what I'm really. Made by the Sonic GT guys. Yeah, I was never a giant fan of Sonic GT. Everyone was saying, Sonic GT, Sonic GT! God, I love Sonic GT! But I never found the game to be all that exciting, to be honest. It was fine, it was good for a Sonic fan game, but it's just... There was a lot of running, and it was running you did do. But I'm really looking for a very fluid platformer, more than I am a... Hat in Time did some really good things with fluidity, in my opinion. Hat in Time was a very fluid platformer. We just need to take elements from Sonic and make it as fluid. More fluid, I would say. I think Project Hero is probably the closest we've gotten. There was another one, actually. There's another one, but I can't remember the name of it. I know I'm subscribed to them, but I don't know the name of it. Pizza Tower? I know Pizza Tower, but that's that 2D game that makes my eyes want to burn. Because I can't understand what's going on. They just think fast equals good Sonic. No, what makes Sonic fun is a fast platformer. Yeah. That's mainly the issue I see with Sonic fan games. It's all extremely fast. Sonic doesn't need to be fast. Sonic needs to be fluid and fun. It needs to feel like you're controlling a very agile little creature. And a lot of the time it feels like you're controlling a fucking car because of how fast it's going and how much you blast through enemies and things. Or they make it really fast, but you get hurt really easy, which is not really fun either. Sonic Project Advanced, that's it. Sonic Project Advanced. If you see anything weird in my fucking search history, then who cares? 2021 update. Let's go with that. I'll just go to his channel. I think this might be it. I don't think this is the most recent build. Short preview. Here we go. 50 seconds. And it's got Blaze, Shadow, Knuckles, Tails. Look at this. I mean, I will admit, there's a few things I'm not too excited about with this. Like, the homing attack looks kind of strange, but I think that's more of an issue with coding. And there's a lot of emphasis on the spin dash. But I will admit, he's doing a lot of things very fast. There's a bounce. Is there wall running is the question. I don't know. I don't think Green Grove is a very good level in terms of this kind of Sonic. I feel like this Sonic would be very good at platforming rather than just running in a straight line, which is a lot of what SRB2 levels have, or at least the early ones do. There's a lot of running here, which, and there's not a lot of, slopes and loops and hills and things in this, so I don't think Green Grove is a very good example of an interesting game, but there's a lot of characters. What's that art style? It's just a different art style. It's got, it's like cel-shaded. Like, it looks interesting. And I've got a shitload of characters and stuff, and it's a good proof of concept. Shadow's got, like, the chaos snaps. This looks really cool. I really like the idea of Shadow being able to just teleport like he's doing in this. The animations are really fluid. I think they're taken from something else, like Sonic World maybe or something. Maybe he did them all himself, I have no idea. But either way, it looks really good. I don't know. I thought that's one of the ones that I'm looking out for. I hate Knuckles' model though. They really need to make a new Knuckles model, Sega does, because he just looks awful. Go back to like I need them to make 3D versions of the illustrations, of the Sonic Adventure illustrations. Even Knuckles looks more fun to traverse shit with. Tails as well. Tails needs a new model too. Oh my god. Every character needs a new fucking model. They just all look too chunky. Not chunky, I don't know how to say it. Noodly. Not even noodly, just too humanly proportioned, I think is what I should say. Maybe. I don't know. Like, Knuckles' fists are bigger than his head. Like, I don't know. Is this just me or is this laggy as hell? Is it? It shouldn't be. I'm not losing that many frames. If the character's the movie proportions? That's way more human. I wouldn't like Sonic having those proportions either. Did anyone else get annoyed that Sonic, like, grew, like, 3 feet in between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2? He looks way too large now. Like, his head before was already big, but it looked decent. But now when you see Sonic with, like, any of the human people, he looks really out of place, and it's straight through the uncanny valley into unrealistic. And I can say that, like, you say, oh, Sonic the Hedgehog is not meant to be realistic. He is in this world. He doesn't look right being that large. Radventure? Yeah, Radventure was another game I was having fun playing, actually. I'm glad it wasn't just me that didn't like Sonic suddenly growing. The animations squash? Oh yeah, in this one they do. They squash and stretch. Even the jump ball squashes and stretches. That looks pretty fun. I don't know about you guys. Like, I know it's not perfect or anything, but this is one person, like, making this. And it's pretty fucking polished for what it is. I'm not saying Sega copy this. I'm not saying Sega hire this man. I'm just saying, if one fan can make something that looks this fun, why can't Sega? With animations more polished. And he hasn't just done one character, he's done fucking 5. Oh, she. I don't know. Photo mode? Nostalgic Valley? I don't know. Oh, Sega. Where did you go wrong? I think the only thing fan games need now is, like, really fun levels. I feel like level design is the one thing fan games aren't super good at yet. They're good at making, like, well-controlling Sonics, but the level design is the one thing that I've never seen a fan Sonic game do well. Apart from some of the 2D ones. Even then, sometimes they're not that great. I think Sonic Galactic did a really good... Sonic Galactic? The one with Fang? They did a pretty good job of making 2D levels. I don't know. I would rather have, like, a new Sonic game every 3 years where I can control Sonic like an adventure style, but have it be buggy and broken as shit, but they try something new every game, rather than them waiting, like, 5 years to release a Sonic game and it turning out like garbage because they tried to copy what was popular at the time. I would rather have the old style of making Sonic games where, like, half of the team works on, like, Sonic 06 and half of it works on fucking Secret Rings, and be able to have an interesting time with Sonic, because if the games are going to be bad anyway, at least make it funny or interesting. There's a little spider on my desk. What spider are you? A little silver one. What are you? He's very fast. Very speedy. Trying to go under it. Hang on, I'm going to take the spider outside. Get him to walk onto my tissue here. Can you see him? There he is. He's very small. Looks like a grain of rice. All right. I don't know what type he is. I've never seen one like this. No, he fell on the floor. Fall back on. Take the places you've never seen. He's out somewhere. What if I walked back in? What if you hear me out in the corner going, ow! Then I walk back in and I've got the Spider-Man suit on. I was bitten by a radioactive whitetail. How would you feel if we got the storybook series back as RPGs? Literally, if there was another team working on it, I would take any Sonic game. As long as it was fucking interesting and tried something new. At the moment, what we've got is like a half-hearted attempt at something new with Frontiers. It feels like Forces 2.0. Like what Forces should have been if they were going to create like a game instead of like half-heartedly doing the boost formula. Sonic Frontiers feels like Sonic Forces 2.0 because it is Sonic Forces. But with a new coat of paint and a couple of extra moves. And that's a Sonic Gacha game. There has already been Sonic Gacha games. Sonic fucking Runners. And that Sega game, that Sega puzzle game is a gacha game as well, I think. Was. And guess what? They both failed. So, you know. Sonic have some kind of direction again. I think lack of direction is what made the previous games so fun. Like, you had Adventure 1 and Adventure 2, and people like those games, and that's great. But even between Adventure 1 and 2, a lot of shit changed. And then you had Sonic Heroes, which was team-based gameplay, and that was completely different too. And then you had like Sonic Riders, which was just a spin-off game, but that went in a completely different direction. Sonic wasn't in a car, he was on a hoverboard, because that was way cooler, because that's what Sonic does. And then you had Sonic 06, which was, again, going back to the adventure formula, but it was different, of course, because it was the most rushed, buggy game ever. Then we had like Sonic Unleashed, which was completely different, it had a boost formula. And then you had Sonic and the Secret fucking Rings and the Black Knight. Those were horrible, but they tried something new. And then, I don't know, Sega and All-Stars Racing Transformed was fine, and I don't know, I don't like where Sonic's going. We're waiting like 4 or 5 years for a Sonic game, and then it turns out to be garbage. And that's just not on, man. I would rather have like 2 Sonic games every 3 years, and for them to be total shit, but fun to play, like funny, like in front of a stream for it to be funny, rather than being just disappointed after the longest wait imaginable. Black Knight was good? I don't agree. You're allowed your opinion. Some people don't like Shadow the Hedgehog. Some people don't like Sonic Heroes. Some people don't like Adventure 1 and 2. Rush Trilogy? When's the last time Sega did something like the Rush Trilogy? They did Mania, but that's banking on classic Sonic, and now they're doing Origins, which is just re-releasing the classic Sonic games again. Sonic Origins should have been like a really quick $20 game that you get those 4 games, and that's it. But they're making it really expensive for what you get, which is old fucking games. Making it expensive, they're making it this big deal. No, release Origins as quickly as possible, sell it for cheap, get that money to fund the next Mania game, or the next Sonic 2D platformer. And stop making every fucking little release of Sonic a huge deal. Because it's not. I'd love to see another Mania-style game. And here's the thing. It doesn't have to be classic Sonic. It doesn't have to be modern Sonic. It could be its own dimension of Sonic. And it doesn't have to be part of any overlying story or anything. It doesn't have to be another dimension. It could just be Sonic now has this thing where he can take off his leg and use it as a bat to hit enemies. And that's just what he does in that game. And it doesn't matter that it's never brought up. It's like the fact that the Riders is never brought up. As a kid, I always just thought Riders took place Just a Sonic World. Sonic World was Sonic World. Sonic World changes. Sonic World doesn't need an overlaying story. Sonic World is just Sonic World, and things happen, and Sonic has hoverboards now, and that's fine. And in the next game, he doesn't have hoverboards, and that's fine, because the hoverboards were there to make a fun game. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be about story, and it doesn't need to be about consistency. And I know I was angry about that in Sonic, but that's like with a side game. In Sonic Forces, it's different, because they bring Shadow in, and Shadow is directly connected to Gun and Maria and humans. And there were no humans in Sonic Forces. And if Eggman really did take over the whole world, then why did we never see any humans if we went all over the world to take it back? It's because they just came up with that island thing afterwards to try and quieten fans down. But then again, the human thing wouldn't have even been looked at, really. It would have been looked at as a small side note if the game had actually been good. It would have been like, the game is fun. Sonic Forces is a fun game. It's weird that there's no humans in it, but that's okay because the game is fun. Like in Sonic Riders, I'm not saying where the fuck is Maria and Gerald Robotnik? Where's all those time? Where's Rail Canyon? Where's Green Hill Zone in Sonic Riders? How can this be? Shadow the Hedgehog is here, but there's no mention of Gun? It's like, no, I don't give a shit because Riders is fun. Like, fuck. Shadow wasn't even in the story. Ugh. Pretty sure Sonic Team confirmed Riders is in the same universe, just takes place in a different part of the world that has different advanced tech. It doesn't make sense, because then why wouldn't people use that advanced tech elsewhere in the world? Just have it that it just happened and that you don't need to question it. Just have some balls, Sega, and just say, we didn't think about it. We don't really care. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. You do? It's called Grand Metropolis? See? There's Grand Metropolis with flying cars and shit, and then there's Rail Canyon with fucking trains on rails. But you don't hear me saying, like, why don't they use the tech from fucking Grand Metropolis to have the hovering trains? No, it doesn't matter, because the whole point of the level is about the rails. And the rails are there because the trains are there. And it doesn't matter, because it's Sonic World, and Sonic World doesn't need to make sense. But then knowing, like, Sega, they'd be like, Sonic's World, it doesn't make sense because of dimensional rifts. And so this area can be different to this area because this area has... If a game is fun and good, then people will be more inclined to skip over little things that don't make sense. That's exactly right. Why is there a carnival on Angel Island? I don't know. But it's fun. People can say stuff like, Eggman built it, but, like... I'm sure there's stuff in other Sonic games that Eggman didn't build, which are highly technological. I don't know. I think I've got out what I was trying to say. It's just a big old rant. You can literally just make it that people don't use that technology everywhere because it's bloody hard to make it. Well, that's the thing. We don't even need to. If the game was good, nobody would care. Why isn't flying cars everywhere in Sonic World? Who gives a shit should be the correct answer. Because the game is fun. But then you start looking at other shit like, why is Green Hill Zone back for the 16,000th time? And that's not an issue with the game being fun or not, because, I mean, the game wasn't fun, Sonic Forces. But nobody really gave a shit that Green Hill came back in Sonic Generations. Well, so it was one of the first times it did it. But also, because the levels were fun. It's not a huge deal. But that's more of a creatively bankrupt kind of deal than, you know. Like, I look at Sonic Forces, Sonic Frontiers, and I actually think to myself, I would have rather had Green Hill. At least then it would have looked like a Sonic game. Or, you know, anything that looked like a Sonic level. Sonic levels usually have very distinct themes. You know? Chemical Plant, very distinct theme. Grand Metropolis, very distinct theme. Ocean Palace, very distinct. Even like the adventure games sometimes had very distinct themes. Sometimes they didn't, like Emerald Coast. Just the geometry of the level kind of made it look more like a Sonic level, but I can understand maybe it doesn't to some people, like a general platformer, but sometimes that's what Sonic levels look like. Even in the storybook games, they had sometimes very distinct themes between levels. Sonic Colors had very distinct themes between worlds. Sonic Unleashed was a very realistic style game. Like it took place in a version of our own world, but even though there were no things like Grand Metropolis or Green Hill or anything like that, nobody gave a shit because the day stages were fun and it was creative enough. It was the first time we'd seen a realistic take on Sonic, and the levels still looked like Sonic levels because they had loops, they had corkscrews, they had big bombastic settings and platforming segments and all sorts of stuff, and nobody cared that it looked realistic because it looked like a Sonic level. And it was a new creative direction they hadn't gone yet. Maybe apart from like Sonic 06 with Soliana, but even then. This is more of a culture game with Sonic and going to different places of the globe rather than just one area. And that's why people aren't really feeling the Frontiers footage. It's because it just looks like Unreal Engine assets. And I'll be honest, there's probably a lot of bought assets in that. They probably didn't make every asset, and that would be fine if it looked like a Sonic game. But it doesn't. Like, if they use trees here and there, like, Grand Metropolis has trees, did you know that? It has trees, and windows and things. Maybe they didn't make those trees. I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Nobody gives a shit because the whole level as a whole looks like Grand Metropolis. Doesn't look like Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda. What are some other open world games? I don't know. Oh well. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Far Cry? Yeah. Rob, you sound like you're going into depression-fueled rant right now? Oh yeah. Oh, I am. Essentially what it is. I could play something. We could play a game if you guys like. Like, I could keep streaming for a bit. We could play a game. I need to open up a window though. It's getting pretty warm. Figure out something to play. Let's see. You know what? There's loud construction happening outside. I'll take off my socks. Hopefully that'll be enough to cool me down. More Coromon? I think I'll do a longer session for Coromon. Sonic Forces. If somebody donates $200 right now, we'll play Sonic Forces. Or however much it is to get the Sonic Forces thing to come up. Smash Bros. Ultimate? I don't know if my things... I could set it up, I suppose, but I don't have online play. I'd be playing solo. Plus, I don't think the ping would be very good out here anyway. I haven't even tried it because I'm in New Zealand and I live out in the country. My ping already is bad when I try to play League of Legends or anything. Play a Sonic game that's actually fun. We could play like a Sonic fan game or something. Why don't we give that a go? Okay, I'm going to turn off the display capture and look to see if I have any games backed up. Because I have like these folders. I have like itch.io horror games that I downloaded a bunch. Downloaded a bunch of horror games. Pokemon fan. I downloaded a few Pokemon fan games. Oh, one was Pokemon Uranium. But I've already got Coromon that I'm playing, so I'm gonna forget that. I didn't download any Sonic games. We could play some horror games. I don't think it's Sonic Horror Games 3. I do actually have footage for Sonic Horror Games 3. But I kept feeling really bad when I was writing it, because I want to point out funny, stupid shit. in these games, but the problem is that they're made by young people, and I'll be honest, some of them are very impressive for what they are, these Sonic horror games. But I don't think a video is all that interesting when I'm praising, like, the genie getting his head blown off from Aladdin, and then Sonic coming in to save the day, or Woody from there was a very specific one which was very long and had a lot of effort put into it, and I was like, I can't bring myself to shit on this because somebody worked really fucking hard on this, and I don't think I'll be doing another one of those. There was a ton of effort put in, and that person could they could go into game development. And if I'm the person who laughs at that, I don't want to. I feel too bad about that. Obviously, there's really silly shit that happens, and it's not scary at all to me. But I don't know. Maybe to other kids it is, or maybe to I don't know. I just feel bad by you know play Sonic.exy. You mean the one that Markiplier played? I watched that actually, but it didn't seem very scary. It just looked like yet another Sonic.exe game. I'm going to open up some horror games. Just going to extract them. We're going to play Almost Home now. I don't know what it is. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Hang on, let me get back to my desktop real quick. Is that really loud? Okay, I'm going to stop the stream, and then I'm going to restart it, because I'd like to have two separate things for YouTube to put up on YouTube, okay? Alright, I'll be back.